Hi everybody, Chris here. In today's video we are going to test different microphones and different ways of recording the microphones, as well as two types of cables. First, let me show you the microphones. The first microphone we are going to test is the audio-technica ATR3350, which is a lav mic and battery powered, and you are listening to it right now as indicated with this yellow button. I'm wearing it below my shirt, stick to my chest with two tapes to protect it against rubbing against the clothes, and it comes in a box like this. And here I have a second one. It has a small capsule like this with the power switch, and the small microphone is protected with a windshield and has a small clip. The second microphone we are going to test is the Takstar SGC-598, which is a shotgun microphone and also battery powered. It comes in a box like this. And inside the box you find a small pouch for carrying the microphone. And this is the microphone itself. It comes with a little shock mount and a tripod connection and the on-off power switch. When it's switched on, it's indicated with a green lamp. And you have a 10 decibel boost and a high pass filter. And the third microphone we are going to test is the Rode VideoMicro shotgun microphone, which is not battery powered. It's smaller than the Takstar and looks like this. And it comes in a box like this. And inside the box you get also this little windscreen. And the different recording options we are going to test are the Sony RX100 Mark VII 3.5mm microphone input jack on the side of the camera that you are listening to right now, and the Zoom H6 audio recorder that looks like this. For the second column we will use a 3.5mm audio extension cable plugged into the shotgun microphones, and this will be running into the XY microphone capsule that is mounted on top of the Zoom H6 audio recorder. As you can see, it has a 3.5mm line in here on the side. And for the last column we will use the XLR cable, 3 meter or 10 feet standard XLR cable, and this will run into the Rode VXLR Plus adapter that can convert phantom power provided by the Zoom H6 to plug-in power on the 3.5mm input jack. As I said before, during the whole intro you were listening to the audio-technica lav mic. A lav mic has advantages and disadvantages. The advantage would be that you can, for example, look to the whiteboard and the microphone is still facing your mouse, or you can move towards the camera and the distance between the microphone and your voice stays the same. The disadvantage, of course, is that you are connected via cable to your camera, so you cannot leave the room so easily. You always have to take off the microphone. Another thing I want to test is the background noise that is being picked up by the microphone if I stay silent. Later in post-production I will show you the decibel level that gets picked up. So just a moment of silence. Okay, and now let's switch to the Takstar shotgun microphone. Okay, now I switch to the Takstar shotgun microphone, which is mounted directly outside the frame. If I pull this down, you can see it here. And it's connected with the, let me show you, with the 3.5 millimeter extension cable. Here is the cable from the microphone. This is the audio extension cable, and it goes all the way here into the camera. The advantage of this setup is that you are not connected via cable to the camera, but the disadvantage, of course, is that you have to stay in this position in order to pick up the voice in a good quality. If you move, for example, to the camera, it will have difficulties to get the sound quality right. Or if you're moving towards the whiteboard, it might also struggle with the audio quality. Now let's stay a moment silent to see the background noise. Okay, and now let's switch to the Rode VideoMicro shotgun microphone. Okay, now I switch to the Rode VideoMicro shotgun microphone. As before, it's mounted directly outside the frame, as you can see here, with the same audio extension cable. But this time I had to disconnect the power, because if I leave the power in the camera, it will sound like this. I hope you can still hear me, because there is a very loud background noise now. Okay, I unplugged the camera from the power, so the sound quality should be better again. Now I will stay a moment silent so we can check the background noise. Okay, and now let's switch to the Zoom H6 audio recorder. Okay, now we switch to the Zoom H6 audio recorder using the audio-technica lav mic below my shirt, and it's going into the 3.5 millimeter line in of the XY microphone capsule on top of the Zoom H6. The advantage in comparison to the camera is that we now can connect the headphone to monitor the audio signal, but the disadvantage is that we have to sync the audio signal in post by, for example, clapping into your hands and looking for the spikes in the audio signal. Let me show you how I set up the Zoom H6 audio recorder. I switch to this camera now. As you can see, the lav mic goes into the 3.5 millimeter line in here on top. The wheel controls the strength of the signal, and it's set to about 8. And here you see that the capsule is being used by these two red lamps, and we are recording right now. I switched on the high pass filter, which you can see with the blue icon here, and also the compressor to the studio settings. The audio signal in the moment is peaking at about -12 decibels. I will show you the menu, but to show you the menu I have to switch off the recording. Okay, and now let's stay a moment silent. And now we switch to the Takstar shotgun microphone. Okay, now I switch to the Takstar shotgun microphone. using the 3.5mm audio extension cable and running into the XY microphone capsule on top of the Zoom H6. The settings on the Zoom H6 I didn't change. The wheel is still at 8, compressor and limiter is still enabled. If I change something in post-production, I will show it in the lower part of the screen. Now let's stay a moment silent. Okay, and now let's change to the Rode VideoMicro. Okay, now I switch to the Rode VideoMicro, connected with the 3.5mm audio extension cable, and I had to activate plug-in power on the Zoom H6 so it can provide power to the microphone. Now let's stay a moment silent. Okay, and now let's switch to the XLR cable with the VXLR Plus adapter. Okay, now I switch to the lav mic again below my shirt, but this time it's connected to the adapter from Rode directly and not using the XLR cable. So the lav mic goes with the 3.5mm into the adapter and into the Zoom H6 recorder. Now let's stay a moment silent. Okay, and now we switch to the Takstar shotgun microphone. Okay, and now I switch to the Takstar shotgun microphone using the XLR cable and the VXLR Plus adapter, which is connected directly to the microphone. Let's stay a moment silent. Okay, and now we switch to the Rode VideoMicro. Okay, now I switch to the Rode VideoMicro connected via the XLR cable. In order for this to work, you have to provide phantom power from the Zoom H6. This will be converted from the adapter to plug-in power to power the microphone. Now let's stay a moment silent to listen to the background noise. Okay, and that's all for this video. Let me know in the comments which microphone you like best and which recording option sounded best to you. If you liked the video, please leave me a like. For more videos like this, subscribe, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.